Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. A few days ago I put out a video about a new bill to abolish the ATF. The bill hadn't actually been introduced yet, and all we really had on it was a few statements to the news and an ex-post saying that the bill was going to be in for the upcoming session. Well, it has now been officially introduced, and along with it, the bill's sponsor says that a bill to get rid of the NFA is next. Now, before we get into the discussion here, this video is brought to you with the help of Blackout Coffee Company, on which I relied very heavily today. Blackout is a Florida-based, family-owned coffee roaster dedicated to bringing you amazing coffee, tea, and hot chocolate, all while supporting your rights and channels like mine. Every purchase through my link helps the channel, and every purchase of one of their partner roasts donates directly to some of your favorite gun rights groups. So to get a cup of coffee, tea, or hot chocolate that you can be proud of, go to blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll and use code LibertyDoll for a 20% discount off your first purchase. So we have the full text from Burleson now, and here it is, H.R. 221. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives is hereby abolished. Now, admittedly, I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't have language about kicking the powers back to the state, which is what I think would give this bill a better chance and is in line with the statements that Burleson had made to the media. Without it, the bill seems a lot more performative to me, because then, of course, the argument is going to be, well, then what do we do with that vacuum? Who will be responsible for enforcing the law? Because the bill won't nullify gun control laws as much as we might wish that it did, though I'm sure that's also how the left media will try to spin it if they report on this at all. You and I are aware of how much the federal government is supposed to be limited and how much of what the feds do is supposed to be delegated to the states anyway, but basic understanding of civics is woefully lacking in today's world. As per the press release, the ATF is emblematic of the deep state bureaucracy that believes it can infringe on constitutional liberties without consequence, said Rep. Burleson. If this agency cannot uphold its duty to serve the people within the framework of the Constitution, it has no place in our government. Which would be an excellent argument to bring in front of DOJ, if that ever happens. And side note, why are these people's websites, these congressmen's websites, never quite right for making screenshots? Like, the ratios are always off. And it's really annoying. Anyways, co-sponsor Lauren Boebert says, I cannot imagine under any circumstance or administration where the ATF serves as an ally to the Second Amendment and law-abiding firearm owners across America. As co-chair of the Congressional Second Amendment Caucus, I am eager to continue this effort with Rep. Burleson to defend our constitutional rights. The ATF should be abolished before they eventually abolish our Second Amendment. The ATF's history is a damning chronicle of overreach, incompetence, and tragedy. From its unconstitutional rulings on pistol races to targeting gun store owners with vague compliance demands, the agency has betrayed the American public's trust time and again. The ATF has also left a trail of destruction and unnecessary deaths in its wake, from Waco to Ruby Ridge and Operation Fast and Furious. Additionally, Rep. Burleson is introducing legislation to repeal the oppressive 1934 National Firearms Act that unjustly taxes, registers, and restricts American gun owners, while his proven track record in Missouri includes championing Stand Your Ground, constitutional carry, and the Second Amendment Preservation Act, which prohibits state cooperation with any federal gun control measures. Speaking to local radio, Burleson told listeners that the ATF is redundant, pointing out the overlap between many state and federal agencies regarding gun control laws. Your local sheriff and police are basically being bribed by ATF to enforce their stupid, unconstitutional gun laws, things like pistol braces and bump stocks, Burleson told the radio host. ATF has a long history of botching things and making complete and utter fools of the federal government. He also again cited Waco, Ruby Ridge, and Fast and Furious, and Brian Malinowski as prime examples of the ATF being a disaster agency. You definitely don't need to tell us twice. I said it last time, and I'll say it again. As this bill is written, I hate to admit it, but I doubt the GOP, even with its majority, will have the balls or the votes to get this through. But we should all take note of which lawmakers at least try. This bill and the one to repeal the NFA would be the absolute ideal to come out of this administration and congressional session. But I think honestly there is just too much spin against it. There's not enough understanding of how the government is actually supposed to work and designed to work versus how it currently doesn't work. And I think there is just too many odds stacked against it. I will watch it for you guys just the same, let you know of any updates that do come up. In the meantime, please do all of the algorithm things. You know what they are. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe out there and happy shooting.